It used to be. I could have sworn. Let me see. I thought you could turn the video camera horizontally, but hey, I guess they kicked that to the curb. Hold on, y'all. I'm getting ready. I've been wanting to do this for a while, so I'm gonna get started. Um, I didn't wanna. Let's see. You sure you can't turn this? It says operate. Orientation is lock. Rotate device back. I think the way it goes is the way you start the live is the way it stays. So if I want it widescreen, I'll have to rotate it before the live. If I'm right, I'm YouTube different. YouTube different, but um, supernatural dreams. I've been wanting to do this series for a while. I got time today. I'm in this car trying not to fall asleep. I'm in a parking lot though. I'm not driving right now. But so I'm like, hey, you know what? Let me go live and communicate with y'all. So here I am. Here I am. You know what I mean? So supernatural dreams, I've had a lot. Y'all might have had y'all's. And what is a supernatural dream? Now, if y'all have read some of the Bible and scriptures, some of those people have had them. You know, Joseph interpreted two of them. Um, Daniel interpreted the king of Babylon's, and other people have had supernatural dreams and been visited by God and angels or stuff like that, and received revelations and visions, stuff like that. But I'm speaking about more. Well, I guess visions count too. We'll throw that in there. But let me think. So I don't have all my dreams written down for some reason. I got rid of a lot of them. I don't even know how or when. I mean, I kind of got an idea of when, but I don't know how they escaped me. I don't know. I had a whole, I had a whole lot in my, what do you call that thing when you put all your files? File cabinet. I had a whole lot in my file cabinet. Went to my storage unit to get them. Gone. I'm like, dang, I threw them away. Have no idea where they went. But so I'm gonna have to just give y'all what I can remember and just go from there. Now I wanted to start at the beginning, but I'm gonna just go in reverse order and just work my way to whatever we get. And God willing, as this dream series goes on, I want to get, God willing, my mom supernatural dreams. Some of y'all's, if y'all don't mind sharing them, because I've heard some good supernatural dreams outside of mine. You know what I mean? Like I've heard some good stuff, and I just think supernatural dreams is worth talking about. Now, I'm not doing this to deceive anybody. Hi, Miss Chani, if I said that properly. I'm not doing this to turn people away from the Most High, the true King of Kings, and whatever titles you give the Most High. It's good to honor Him with all them good titles and everything. But I'm just trying to indicate that's the God I'm talking about, and I'm not trying to turn anybody from that. Because there's a preacher that goes around when me and him talks about this. He's like, well, people are using or people can use their dreams to deceive people and turn them away from God or something like that. I'm like, nah, that ain't my purpose for talking about it. Like these dreams that I be having, when you interpret them, when you learn to, man, them boy, them dreams, them dreams got meanings that'll help you out. What's up, y'all? Them dreams will help you out, like, and so that ain't my purpose at all. My purpose ain't to turn none of y'all from the Most High, but my purpose is to talk about these supernatural dreams that I have had, y'all have had, and if we already got the interpretation, cool. But if you don't have it, then we can interpret it. You know. So I guess I'll start with one of my oldest. I was gonna start from the reverse and come back, but I think it'll be proper to start from my old one, which is probably the first one I learned to interpret, and go from there. Yeah. So this one was when I wouldn't even say I was walking with the most. No, I wasn't walking with the Most High yet. I was still stuck in the world trying to. I was on my way. I was on my way. Um, and it was like I was at that time. I was in between. I was living with my grandma. I was in between. Like I didn't pick a side. I was like in the middle. I was what they would consider lukewarm. That's where I was. And I had this dream. Um, so I had this dream that I was like, I really want this camera this way. That's the way I really want the camera. Um, Kirk died. Yeah, I heard about that, but I don't even know who Kirk is. I started to look him up, but nah, I saw some stuff about it, but I don't even know who that is. But was he a righteous person or something? Because I have no clue. I really don't. You laughing at me, but I'm serious. I don't know who he is. I don't know. And he might not even be a guy. It might be a woman, but I don't know. Because women and guys have the same name sometimes. But hey, what's up, Annalise? Annalise Turner. I don't know if I said your name properly, but hey, look, I don't know who it is for real. But so I'm gonna tell y'all the dream. So I remember I was walking, and I was on the sidewalk, and I was on the left side of the sidewalk, and I was going up like that way, like this way, right? And I remember it was a it was some dogs that I was about to pass on the left on this house I was coming up to. It was like two big dogs on the porch, and as I was walking by, the dogs started. One of them started growling at me and maybe foaming out the mouth. Maybe I'm over exaggerating that foaming out the mouth part, but definitely growling at me, right, getting aggressive. And I'm like, okay. Then I get further. It's like the dream would rotate me, not rotate, but the dream would take me from one end of the sidewalk to the opposite end, and I'm coming the opposite direction, facing the dogs. But now that I'm coming the other way, I see as I'm walking up towards the dogs, I see on the right of me little cats, and they're not threatened by me at all. Like I'm nothing to them. They don't even pay me any attention. Like that's how. Yeah, I'm just nothing to them. So, and it was most of them was no, two of them was like little baby kittens, like little, mm, maybe not kittens, but like little. Not like the adult kittens. Or cats. I shouldn't have said kittens, cats. And I remember like after I saw them and went up a little bit, I would be transferred back to the other side where I'm back by the dogs, and then I'm walking towards where the cats are. And then as I'm walking towards where the cats are, I see more dogs, and they're all big, all grown, big dogs, not these little poodle, weenie dogs, dachshunds, and Shih Tzus, whatever they call them. But like, these were the big ones, right? And they were all aggressive, like they were on me. They let me know they was on me. They paid me attention, and so I started to walk in the well, not in the road yet, but I remember it was like six big dogs total. So then I get, how are you doing today? I'm trying to make it, Annalise. I'm trying to make it. I was before this dream that I'm telling y'all, I was about to fall asleep in my car. I was trying to make it, but so I'm like, let me go live and communicate with y'all because I'm about to fall asleep. So anyway, and I've been wanting to do this dream series for a while anyway. So how are y'all, by the way? I haven't been able to talk to y'all like that. So how are y'all while I'm doing this dream series? So they transfer me back to the other side of. Let me turn this air on too. I'm hot in this car. I hope that ain't too loud for y'all, but I'm hot. I might need to get out the car. But anyway, so I'm on the other side of the sidewalk now where the cats are, and it's like six cats, four adult cats, and two, baby cats or smaller cats. And then they're still not paying me no attention. One of the little baby cats is like yawning, and none of them looked at me. And I end up in the middle of the cats and the dogs, and the cats were coming towards the right side, facing the dogs, and the dogs were coming towards the left side, facing the cats. And I'm in the middle, and the dogs were so aggressive that I ended up moving to the middle of the road. And I'm looking, like as we get closer, the cats get closer to me, the dogs get closer to me. I'm looking in front of me at the cats. I'm looking behind me at the dogs, and I'm just going back and forth like this, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. My fault, but back and forth, right? And then as they get closer, I just decide to get out in the middle of the road. So I just run out into the middle of the road, kind of jog out there. No cars was coming, and I just kind of jump out where the yellow line's at in the middle of the road, and I turn back to look because they was finna collide. Like, so basically, they was finna collide with each other, and I'm just in the middle. I'm just the middleman, and then I woke up before they collided. So this reminds me, if y'all are familiar with this before I interpret it, this reminds me of the cartoon, the X-Men, when in the beginning you'll see the so-called good side finna collide with the bad side, and then they go to war. It reminded me of that. But I didn't understand what the dream meant for a long time. Like, it always bothered me. I used to think about it here and there, but I just couldn't interpret the dream. Um, and then as I started analyzing it and going over it, I started to understand more and more what it meant. But it took a while, and then I had 90% of the dream interpreted, but I couldn't figure out that last part, the 10%. So it bothered me so much. I remember that's why I was living with my grandma. So I asked my grandma one night. I said, Grandma, I told her the dream. I said, I can't figure out what the last part means. And she gave me the 10%. She helped me finalize it and interpret it entirely. And then after that, I was able to interpret dreams. Not the really difficult ones though, like Daniel did. Nah, I can't do it without God's help. I can't do it. But the stuff that's below, like medium and easy to interpret, okay, I can do that. But the hard stuff like that, no, I'm not the guy. Well, unless God makes me the guy, but I'm just letting y'all know. So, this was the interpretation mean. Y'all probably already know. So the interpretation is based on where I was at in my life. I was neither on the good side or the bad side. I was just in the middle. I hadn't chosen a side. I was lukewarm. And so let me make it clear. I haven't decided who I was gonna serve, whether it was God or the main adversary. I was just in the middle. I was undecided. And they consider that lukewarm. I didn't know that back then because I didn't read the Bible like that. I was very ignorant of that stuff, but I know now. So, but that's where I was, right? So that explains why I was in the middle of the dogs and the cats before they was finna go to war and collide. Now, I probably gave it away what the dogs and the cats represent. The dogs represent the evil spirits, and the cats represent the righteous angels or righteous spirits. Spirits. I'm so tired. I can barely get that word out. So when the cats was on this side and the dogs was on the other side, and I'm in the middle, it was like a war was finna go down. And as they was about to collide, I was just like, I just got out the way. I just jumped out in the road and let them. They was about to collide. So that's what the dream meant. It meant that I was undecided on what side I was gonna take, and whether or not I did decide, this war was gonna happen. But it hasn't happened yet, and that's what the dream meant. That was a short dream, but that was just one of them that was the earliest one that I learned to interpret, and then I'll get to more and more and more. I want to really kick off and get these dream series going because I got so many. Oh man. But anyway, I do want to come back and chat. I might end this video so it's not too long about dreams entirely and just talk to y'all because I am just sitting in this parking lot sleepy. I mean, we can talk about some biblical spiritual stuff, but yeah, I did want to get that over with and get these dreams started. Shoot, I wouldn't even mind if I could just get on here with y'all and y'all just share y'all dreams because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to do like, see, YouTube don't have it set up to where you could bring a lot of people on at one time and they just share their dreams and talk with you like TikTok and Facebook. Facebook and TikTok a little ahead of the game on that. YouTube's got to catch up. Because I was on TikTok earlier and they had this little thing where you can just look through all your friends and just, or if people who's following you and just invite them in there. And I'm like, dang, all these people online. So it's, yeah, YouTube, they got to catch up. I mean, they improving, but yeah, TikTok got them on some of that. It's positives and negatives on both. Cause you can't save your live streams on TikTok, but you can on YouTube. So it's positives and negatives. But I'll probably be back. I'm gonna end this one so it's not too long for the Dream series video, and then we can talk about whatever. All right, y'all. I'll be back. God willing, I'll be back before I fall asleep. Let's see. X. Okay.